What's up, guys? This is Trey Drexel. I'm a current pro basketball player overseas in Europe. I've played 5 years pro for teams like Partizan, BM Stal Ustrov, Iwi Baskets Oldenburg, and now for Benfica. I spend hours analyzing game footage, reading scouting reports, and simply playing basketball at the pro level. And in doing that, I realized that putting my film breakdowns and my film study online for aspiring young hoopers could be really valuable. Let me know in the comments what you liked about this video, maybe what you learned, so that we can keep putting out this style of content. Let's get better together, and with that, let's get straight into this film study, this game breakdown of the semifinals playoff series, games 1 and 2. This is the first game of the semifinals. It's a 5-game series. You got to win 3 out of 5 to move on. And yeah, our first 2 games are at home, so let's get straight to it. So this first play here, I come off the bench. I'm sort of our 6th man. I check in with 3 minutes to go. Being the 6th man, a lot of times I come in and the other team's in the bonus. So that means it's time to be aggressive. So when I catch this ball after this little stagger screen, I'm getting a top ball screen here. And instead of using the ball screen, I'm looking to reject. And that's because I feel like the guy guarding me was a poor defender, and I know he had 2 fouls. So if I just get some sort of ticky-tack foul on him, it's great for us, and it's his 3rd foul, and he's one of their main scorers. So that's what I do here. I'm not sure if I got fouled, but it's just the act of aggression. Right when I come in, this is one of my first touches. I'm going to rip to my strong hand, put my shoulder down, and maybe a little bump, but this is a big play for us. This is one of their leading scorers. This is 3rd foul. And like I always say, don't leave money at the line. As a 6th man, when you come in trying to find a rhythm, that's a perfect way to start by getting to the free throw line. Now in this play, I get sort of this stagger action again where I'm going to curl and post up. Because I curled at such a sharp angle, it drew the 5-man down to help on me on that curl, leaving our 5-man with the pop. Late closeout, easy bucket for our shooting 5-man. Great shot, Daniel. Now here I get another sort of this stagger action. It's for me to get the ball at the top of the key. I'm at the top. I'm getting another one of those ball screens. Now I know I have a better defender on me. And I notice that they switch. So when they switch, it's good to get the ball out of your hands so you can get it back. So now when I catch this ball, I'm attacking downhill against a slower defender. I'm able to get into my move, a nice little right-left cross, and that's a tough bucket. But it's because I was able to get downhill. Now here's another one of those curl actions. It was working, so why would we change it, right? And so I curl to post up. Now this time, they do a good job of denying the post up. Pass it to the top. I get this little Spanulis action into a rescreen. The big falls, I realize they're at a disadvantage, make a play, drop off a good pass. Great cut by Mac, but that's because my 5-man was physical. And I'm looking, anytime the defense is at a disadvantage, attack, so you see the big man fell, drop off a nice pass. So now that play's worked many a times in a row, but now we get to some defense. End of the first quarter, I probably should have picked the ball up higher. I know I'm a big guard, and I can still guard point guards, but this point guard especially is very quick, especially going to his left. As you can see, I'm shading him to the middle to his right hand, but I still could have maybe picked him up higher, but this isn't horrible. Daniel does a good job hedging, maybe overextends. As a big man, when you are hedging a ball screen, that means stunning out to stop the ball handler. A lot of times you want to stay relatively attached to the big man as well. While you're showing, he overextends a little bit. The point guard does a nice job kind of kicking it out. Now this is what I want to show you guys here. When you're guarding a team that has one main ball handler, right? For Deliverance, it's number 11. I know after he gives up the ball that I need to deny him the ball back because they're not as good with the ball not in his hands. So that's why I'm in the gap here. Everybody's doing a great job. It's just great team defense here. We force up a tough shot, and that's a great way to end the quarter, and great team defense. So here's an example. My man AB gets this wing pick and roll. We're in spread spacing, meaning that there's a guy at both 45s and both corners, and then a pick and roll. Now, if you watch their big man, he hedges out. Now, when the big man hedges and is extended like that, you see AB makes a quick pass so that this pass goes to Barbosa, number 6, and now he can read. His read is the bottom help side defender who is guarding me in the corner. That bottom guy has to either pick up the roller or pick up me in that deep corner. As you can see, he goes to the roller, great skip pass. Probably could have made a better closeout read because he actually recovered well, but that's textbook how you attack a hard hedge. Now here, this next play is an example. AB kicks it out. I have a mismatch. I think this was a scramble, broken down play. I could have just caught this ball and shot it. I don't, realizing I have a mismatch. Now pay attention to this. When you have a mismatch and the guy guarding you is slower than you, right? And you see him shading a direction, maybe with someone the same speed or more or quicker than you, if they're shading a direction, it's tough because they want you to go that way and then they're going to cut you off. But with this situation, I knew I was quicker. He's shading, opening the gate too much. So I'm just simply going to just accelerate, get downhill, and draw a foul. It was funny because he tried to argue this wasn't a foul, but it's like he opened the gate for me to go down the lane. You can see his feet. The middle's wide open. I take a sharp angle. He reaches over, hits me on the back. Foul. Another way to get in rhythm. Make free throws, attack the big man. Don't leave money at the line. So now here, this is just a tough play. I like this finish here. Probably could use my left, but sheesh, that was a nice one. Good concentration and good body control. I wanted to do a higher pickup, but just a strong move. If you can see, I kept my eyes on the rim. That's why I was able to locate that. Now here, this is way later in the game, right? I sat out for some time. We're doing really well. We're up almost 30 points at home. And so 8 minutes to go in the game. I get this kind of pick and roll in transition. It's a step-up screen after this pass back. And you can see the whole baseline is wide open. It's poor spacing on the backside with us. Like you can see our big man and the guy in the corner are way too close together. But this does allow the whole baseline for me to attack. I know this four-man hedging out is too slow. I take a great angle, go right by him, and do a nice inside hand finish. See, it's very important when you're attacking ball screens to know where everyone else is on the floor, right? Let's go back a little bit. When I'm attacking, like right here, I'm surveying where the crowd is. And clearly there's space to the baseline. When attacking the rim, when attacking off ball screens, you want to attack to open space. And again, perfect example right here. Nobody there and just a very athletic inside hand finish. It's a good bucket. Now here, this is a good post defense by Mac. We push the ball. This is great basketball right here. I skip the ball. Sergio makes a nice closeout read. He probably could have laid this up, makes an extra pass, and then another extra pass. And that's just good team basketball, and that's my boys playing good ball right there. I love it. Sergio with a great closeout read, kept the advantage. Barbos with a quick extra pass, and wide open threes like that. If you get a lot of those, your team's gonna win a lot of games. So now here again, this is an example of me over helping. We hard hedge with a skip it ahead. We probably should have been denying that pass, but if I'm at the bottom right there, I am tagging the roller too low, meaning this skip pass is way too open. If I had tagged the roller higher, then the roll would have been slowed down, allowing my big man to recover and allowing me to have a shorter closeout on this skip pass. So watch this. I mean, he misses it, but we got lucky here against really good teams. They make you pay on that every single time. Over helping, it's good intention, but it's the same as making a bad play. It's just not good basketball. So here again, I get another wing pick and roll. They switch. A little indecisive pass, get it back. Now I'm going downhill. And when I see my defender, this five-man, his knees are pretty straight up, or he's out of his legs. He's not really guarding very hard. It's probably because it's a 42-point game. But when I hesitate and I see him jump back, that's a pull-up every time. And that's my game. Ball's in the left hand, that's going to be a pull-up jumper. So with that being said, we won our first game by 45. And since playing in Portugal, this is actually a norm for our team. We are pretty consistently the favorite. But it's always strange winning by 45. But so game one, win. And it was cool because that's my dad right there. First time he's seen me play in over a year, and it was just cool to play well in front of him. And, he's probably the most genuine fan of me. And it's just, that's my dog right there. But again, First game done. We're 1-0 in this playoff series. Now let's get to the second game. So the second game is 2 days later. We have a pretty veteran team, so we're a little older. So 2 games in 3 days, sometimes it can be a little hard on us. But with the last game being a blowout, we were able to have a lot of rest. And so, yeah, let's get to it. So the first time I get in, it's a drag screen. I mean, I was in, I think, 2 minutes before this, but this is my first action, really. Drag screen, and I see the big is so far in a drop. And again, we are in the bonus. So on this one, if he's this far in the drop, I can just accelerate. And I did a nice little low pat dribble to get through this this sort of like stunt help from that middle guy. You see, he kind of stunts help with that swipe, and I get low with the low pat. Even with this smaller defender on me, it's good to get low, be compact. He reaches in, and yeah, it's foul. And again, like I said, don't leave money at the free throw line. I've been shooting my free throws well these last couple games. My go-to action is that stagger into, I can either go to the top and get a top pick and roll, or this, I feel my defender trailing, and so I do a nice little curl, one dribble. This is good elevation. I potentially could have hesitated and went to the lane a little bit, but if you see, the guy in the corner is cutting too late. Let's see. So when I curl, normally I'd be able to kind of drive right, but the guy in the corner cut late, so that wasn't there. So I went to the pull-up, elevated well, just missed it, but still good basketball. So now here on this action, we get a handoff. This is a great example of, see how the ball went side to side. This is high level basketball. High level basketball, you want to swing the ball from side to side to side, getting that 5-man to move a lot. Maybe have multiple pick and rolls, multiple actions, especially if they're not that mobile, it'll make them tired. So let's watch this again. So first, Tony gets the first pick and roll, skips it. We go to the other side, do a handoff, don't really attack, but now he's coming for the second screen. The big man is already late. They do a good job containing it, but Tony throws me a grenade. I make a play, hit a nice pull-up 3. Thanks for the grenade, Tony. I guess I'm going to cash in on that one. So now, fast forward this next play. I get another drag screen action, and they double team, and I just kick it to my PG back up top. That's when you hit a 3 and they think you're hot, teams will swarm at you, so just make the right play. So here is a prime example of a shacked and a fool right here. So we inbound the ball. Beto does a great job getting this steal. If you see I'm cutting from the weak side, I'm thinking this is a dunk, but look at number 23, Tony Douglas, cutting in, and that's just horrible. Just fouls his own teammate. We're just stumbling and bumbling back. That was pretty embarrassing. I remember being on the ground, so sad. And look, and then I'm leaking out trying. It's just bad basketball. This is like, even at the pro level, it can get ugly. This is a prime example. This is just ugly basketball. And when it gets like this, it's good to foul to try and stop the break. But low key, I get dunked on at the end right there. So here's an example. I get a post up. I'm a big guard. I probably said that like 3 times already. But when they are playing 2 point guard rotation or 2 undersized guard rotation, and I'm at the 2, I'm going to post up almost every time I can. So that's what I'm doing here. Really fighting for position. I get it. And the first thing you do when you get it in the post, you survey the floor. And that's what I'm doing right here. I'm seeing where I should attack. Should I spin baseline? Should I attack middle? Where are they helping from? Where are my guys? Let my team get in the correct spacing. So finally, I see everybody's looking directly at me and Beto's in the corner. I swing this cross-court pass, almost stolen. He gets a nice closeout, makes a good read baseline, goes for the dunk. I'm pretty sure this was a foul. You can see Beto thought it was too. But again, this was fun also. So when that happens, instead of running back, I kind of harass the point guard because I see he wasn't looking. And I jump in front, and he sort of does like a football running back carry. And they call travel, and then I hit the little travel dance. So that's kind of embarrassing. I should probably edit that out. Nope. But good defense and snuck us a possession right there. So this action right here is a lot of times in the NBA, they call this sort of like a zoom action or something similar to that, where there's a down screen into a handoff. This allows both your defender to have to deal with multiple sort of things, and a lot of times it allows your defender to be trailing and it works well against physical defenders. So that's what we do here. I get this down screen into a handoff, and I can see that their big man right there, he's pushing up, so he's not going to be able to help my defender with me, because my defender's trailing and he's pushed up. That means I know the lane's going to be wide open. Turn the corner, get downhill. I do a nice little pass fake here because there are stunt help, but it's not real help. And so sometimes in stunt help, you have to be creative in maneuvering the ball. So I do a nice little pass fake and get a nice little bump on the side. Again, get downhill. Good things always happen. 2 free throws. Like I've said before, don't leave money at the line. So now here, we do get a nice secondary fast break, or sort of a primary. We just have numbers, and I get a closeout read. I know that I'm quicker, stronger, and faster than this guy, and so I just make a quick move. You see Ivan does a great job sealing right there, making it so there's no help side. Probably could have dunked this, but good job, Ivan. Way to be heads up, sealing your man. That's very good advice for any post players, any big men. If you post up and you don't get the ball, don't give up on your post up. Continue to post and make it into a more of a seal. So now this is defensive action. I was really proud of this defensive action right here. As you can see, I'm very physical to start the play. I'm connected in this weak side corner. Physical, force some baseline, top lock. Then I switch. Again, pay attention. I'm on the opposite side now. Me and Ivan are similar size and speed, and so what we do, we box this because it's similar offensive players. So I'm taking whoever goes bottom. I switch this. I fight around again, and I'm guarding that guy in the corner. I'm in a perfect position to stunt, recover. I flop here, just trying to get a call, but I was really proud of my effort, my activity. It leads to a good defensive possession, and we get a stop. So now here is another good example of this is what's called stunt help. Mac gambles here, probably shouldn't have done this, but our scouting report was to deny that pass. And so he tries, and now it's a 2-on-1, me versus those 2 players on that weak side. It's not good to full help from the strong side, but you can always stunt help if you're in good positioning. That's exactly what I do here. I stunt, recover, and force a contested 3. So now here, Mac is a great passer in the post, and whenever there is a post player, almost always you want to have a guy at the opposite 45, and his job is to read his own defender. If his back or his head is turned, then maybe you cut or you relocate, but you're reading your defender and how he is paying attention to the ball. So right here, he stunts down to Mac. I just kind of relocate a little bit and knock down this 3. Good basketball, good team basketball. Now here's another really good defensive possession from us. We're up about 16 towards the end of the game, 8 minutes left. With 1 and 2, similar size, we switch. Tony's a great defender. I kind of roll underneath this flare screen. They make a bad pass. Tony gets this leak out land. Now we're up 18. And it's those type of plays, good offense, good defense. That's how you win a game by 22 points and 45 points, right? So now we are 2-0 in this semifinal series, and we're close to this championship. It's exciting. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope you learned something, because I'm trying to give you these breakdowns so you can see how a pro basketball player observes his own film, how kind of what I'm thinking during the game, so that when you go to your games, you can kind of imagine yourself and be a little more cognitive and try and be more conscious in recognizing what's happening on the floor and being more open to these things. And so I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something, and make sure you guys like and subscribe for more. I'm going to keep trying to do these breakdowns to give back as much value as I can to you guys, because I want us all to get better. And again, they help me analyze and reflect on my own game. And so, as always, get uncomfortable and live atypical, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.
She got highs and lows. She said, yeah, I know. Wish I can make it easier. I can, I just know right and wrong.